y'all.
Hi.
Welcome back to another episode of Putting Our Business in the Streets. I'm Demia, the mother.
I'm Imani, the daughter.
And it has been a long time since we have been here.
Mm-hmm.
How many months did you just say?
4
Did you count?
months.
The last time we actually uploaded a video was back in November. So we are in a brand new year. There's a lot going on. So we took a break, but it wasn't necessarily a planned break. It just kind of happened.
Yeah.
But here we are. So we wanted to start off by giving you a life update and fill you in on some things. But before we get started, as per our usual business, on a scale of 1 to 10, how are you doing today, Imani?
I'll just say the first number that pops into my head, which today is a 7.
7.
Yeah.
And the reason why you're just a 7?
There's multiple reasons why I'm just a 7.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just where I'm at mentally right now.
A 7?
Mm-hmm. You?
I would say right now I'm probably at like a 8. That's the first number that jumps to my head.
That's good.
Is a 8. No real reason, just an 8. Yeah, and I probably right now looking out the window because there's no sunshine. So, yeah. And that seems to be a big thing that I have discovered over these last few months is that I need sunshine in my life. Your case is really dirty.
Yeah, I know. Well, it's like fading.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, sidebar. I've noticed that I really do appreciate the sunlight, and sunlight affects my mood. I've noticed that over the last few months.
Yeah. And we've gotten no sun. Like,
yeah.
Over the cold...
The winter months?
Winter months, no sun.
Sun was not our friend.
She said, I'll catch y'all later.
Yeah. She's like deuces. And she's still on a partial vacation.
Yeah, like, girl. Like, make your entrance, please.
Right. Make your entrance and stay. Like, don't just come.
She been teasing us.
Yeah. We got the weather.
I'll be there today, but not tomorrow.
It's just been a thing. So, before we came on here, I went back and looked at like how long it has been. So the last time we recorded was prior to Thanksgiving.
Yeah, we just looked. It said November 11th.
All right, that's the day we recorded. We uploaded on November the 30th, but the last time we sat at this table and actually had a conversation.
Oh yeah, we did do another one, but deleted it in December.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. Yeah, it had to be if the last one.
Well, we had recorded one, but then when we looked, it didn't record the whole thing.
Right.
And then we never went back and re-recorded it.
It was going to be a holiday one because we're very busy during the holidays. Mm-hmm. So we're like, okay, let's talk about the holidays and our family traditions. And then, part of the recording got messed up. Some people were going to redo it, but then we didn't feel like redoing it that day.
Right.
And then we just took longer to record it. And we were like, okay, well, maybe we should just take a break because our holiday season is so busy. And we were going to come on here and make a video saying we're taking a break, but life happened.
And life be lifing.
So,
if y'all have never heard that phrase before, life be lifing, life be lifing.
Yeah.
So let's just kind of pick up from
where we left off.
Like she said, the holidays are very, very busy for us. We recorded right before Thanksgiving. I don't remember what we did for Thanksgiving.
We were here. Are we not?
Did we invite people?
Yeah. Did we not have Thanksgiving?
We probably did. It's been a lot. Life be lifing.
We did, because I think that's when I made... No, that was for the Pollyanna. Secret Santa. I was going to say that was when I made the cheesecake, but I did that for Christmas. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I'm pretty sure we had Thanksgiving here.
I think we had Thanksgiving here. Because we used to go to a cousin's house for Thanksgiving, but that cousin unfortunately passed away. So we had Thanksgiving here, just a small, immediate family thing.
Was it though? Or was it other people here?
I don't remember. I'm be dead.
Go through your phone.
Go through some pictures. And I don't know.
I feel like I just cooked so much during this holiday season. I can't even tell you what it was for. And mind you, I didn't do a lot. My thing to make is mac and cheese. And I made cheesecake for the first time. And then when we get into Kwanzaa, because we celebrate Kwanzaa, I made the desserts, like the main dessert for that this year. That is April.
August. That's at August.
Oh.
Relax.
Still wrong.
September.
No, that's Christmas
December.
Eve. You don't have nothing from November?
That's homecoming. What's this? November 11.
Well, stop, because the thing has to catch up. The date.
No, it's moving up there.
Oh. 20 year passing.
Yeah. And if we did, then I didn't take any pictures.
I'm about to say, we did something for Thanksgiving.
I don't know. I really don't remember. That's, again, when I tell y'all so much is going on. So anyway, Thanksgiving came. Thanksgiving went.
Yeah.
And then
literally.
When December rolls around, it's the holiday season, getting ready for Christmas. And Christmas is really big for us. And then on top of that, my mother has a Kwanzaa party every year. So if you don't know what Kwanzaa is, it's a celebration between December 26th and January 1st, celebrating the African American culture. And my mother has an annual party, and it's the annual party. It's the party of the year. When I tell you, when Christmas Day is over, everything is all about this Kwanzaa party. And it's just shopping, it's cooking, it's prepping, it's decorating, it's all of that. And
New Year's Day, our cousin has
a
party as well. So
what do we do on Christmas Day?
The went to the movies, see Color Purple.
See, I wouldn't remember that.
Because Christmas came around. We normally do Christmas Day here, but the family.
I had Thanksgiving because I wasn't having Christmas.
But we had Christmas Eve here too, so I don't know why
that was
happened.
The cousins. That was different.
But still, it was here. Everything was here.
Right.
Either way, Christmas came. We didn't do a Christmas Day. We did a Christmas Eve because we wanted to see the Color Purple as a family on Christmas Day. Right. So Christmas Eve, we had some of our cousins here, and we did Secret Santa. Kind of like a potluck type, right? There, everybody bring food. And that's when I made the cheesecake.
A colored thing, no?
No. That happened.
That was
back
in the fall,
summer.
In the summer, right? Sorry.
Jeez.
Yes.
So yeah, we did that Christmas Eve. Then Christmas Day, we got up, had our immediate family meet here to open gifts. Then we went to go see Color Purple, and then we went to Benihana afterwards for dinner.
That I remember.
I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't really a fan of that, just because I've been used to doing Christmas one way for so many years. It was cool, but me personally, I wouldn't want to do it every year. But now they're like, well, let's see what comes out next year. So
it was different, but it was still, I enjoyed it because the family was still here. We still exchanged gifts, and it wasn't rushed because I thought it was going to be rushed. And I don't think it was even rushed because did I cook?
No. You didn't cook. We were going to do brunch.
I was going to cook brunch, but I don't know. We didn't do it because we had the cousins here the night before. Right. So we went to see the Color Purple on Christmas Day. And like she said, and then had dinner. And that was actually a good day. The movie was really good.
Good.
The dinner was really good. It's hibachi style where they cook in front of you and all of that.
I prefer regular hibachi over Benihana.
I still appreciate Benihana. I mean, the hibachi grill better, even than any of the other ones that I've gone to. I still think hibachi is great. I've been to that Uka one. Remember I told you about? I should probably take you there so you can again compare.
Yeah,
we should go there.
Benihana, she all right.
So it was good, and it was 10, 12 of us. No, maybe 8.
It was a group of us.
Yeah, maybe no more than 10. But it was a good day. So again, Christmas came, and then the holiday party came, and it was my mom's holiday party. This was a smaller her Kwanzaa party. And every other year, it seems like it's a big turnout one year, and then the next year it's not. And last year in 2023, she had a huge turnout.
Because that was the first one.
In 2022. She had
that was the first one we did since COVID.
And it was huge. 2023 was a little scaled down, which was fine, actually.
It was fine, but we prepared as if we were about to have a lot of people, so a lot of food it didn't go to waste.
Because one thing for our parties, when we invite, we don't ask people to RSVP. It's like we just prep for whoever's coming or whoever we invited.
We've also been doing Kwanzaa for years, so we don't really know what type of or how many people around are going to come. So it was more so because for Kwanzaa, the traditional Kwanzaa way to give gifts is to do it every single day. But since we do this party, we just give the gifts out at the party.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that was what made it seem like a lot, because
Yeah,
that'd be the main thing, trying to figure out, okay, what gift should we get this year? This person's not a kid no more, they're a teenager, so what should we get them? And then we get these gifts, and then people don't come.
Right.
Which, people who have stuff to do, but I guess
so I don't really know. Time consuming. But my mother has a gift ready for every single person that walks through that door.
Yeah.
And she buys them age appropriately as well. And
I mean, they're still generic gifts, but we have like a
age appropriate
group of what am I trying to say?
Set of gifts.
A set of gifts for the kids, then the teenagers, then the women, then the men.
Young adults, older adults, different things like that. So that was a lot. So that was Kwanzaa. And then we rolled into New Year's. And I was here for New Year's. I know that.
New Year's Eve?
Mm-hmm.
We all were we not? Did my friends come here?
Yeah, I think so. When I tell you my life be life, and then it's just my brain on top of that. I can't even see life be life, and it's just my brain.
Yeah.
And
but
then
it's both. Like it'd be a lot happening.
Mm-hmm.
And then
And then we rolled into New Year's, and then right after New Year's is my birthday.
Well, then, like we also said, January 1st, we went to our cousin's house.
Right.
And he does dinner over there.
Correct. So that's January 1st, and then January 3rd is my birthday. Mm-hmm. And I planned a spa day party. So
not on January 3rd.
Not on that weekend.
On your birthday, we were going to go to karaoke, but things happened that day and we just canceled.
We ended up going to
here. We were here
again. Yes. This is why life has been crazy, because we done so much stuff here.
Yeah, even with cousins night, we had hosted recently. Like it was a lot.
Well, this puts it into perspective as to why we've been the way we've been, because everything has been here.
Go.
So we were here for my birthday, apparently, and then that weekend,
on the day of her birthday, but that weekend she had the spa.
I had an in-house spa party at my cousin's house. She lives in this 3-level house. I brought in a masseuse. We were supposed to have somebody do facials, but that didn't work out. I had 7 women, 7 or 8 women. One of my girlfriends came in from North Carolina, so that was great. The masseuse was fantastic. And we did a overnight. It was an adult slumber spa party. So we had the spa on Saturday. We slept over. We got up Sunday morning. I made a brunch. And it was just great conversation. The people that were there were fantastic. Like, it was amazing. That was awesome. We got a lot of snow during the winter this year.
Oh, my gosh.
We haven't had snow here in Philadelphia
in 2 years.
And this year, that snow was like, don't worry.
And it literally, so I also have a car, which is something new. The day after I got my car, it snowed. Mm-hmm. And that started bringing in, like, the snow. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, yo, like, so the very first time I'm getting a car, and now I want to snow.
She came home with the car, and I was like, that's great, but we need to go to the store because it's going to snow tomorrow, so you need a snow brush.
Our uncle had to drop off a shovel because we didn't even own a
shovel. Nothing. So that was exciting.
That was not exciting.
I was saying about the car.
Oh,
excited that you got a car.
So I got a car, thanks to my dad. Mm-hmm. He got me the car, and yeah, she has some problems
on MLK Day
at first. Yes, but she's been good. Mm-hmm. She's still rocking and rolling, But yeah, them first couple of weeks I couldn't drive it because it was snow.
It literally snowed the next day.
Like it wasn't no little sprinkle, no little coating. No. It snowed.
And then it snowed. And I was like, well, I had no shovel.
A new driver again because I haven't drove in years for real. I'm like, I'm not driving in this.
Right.
No.
And then it was a matter of, you can't move the car because we live on Philadelphia streets and we don't have no spot. Yeah. So it was crazy. Like, that was crazy. Like, I felt bad. It was like, okay, although you can't drive it, you still got to go outside and clean it off. You got to turn it over.
Like, I was not trying to do all that. Nor was I mentally prepared to do that because it just really has not snowed. Like, snow was the last thing on my mind.
So I had snow days. I had days off from school.
Yeah. We'll work.
You are now working from home.
Well, I work from home.
Well, she got a full-time. Did you have the job?
No, I had the job, but I didn't start full-time until December.
So that's something new that's happened.
My job that I was working part-time, my internship, they hired me full-time. What?
I was just checking the boobs to make sure you wasn't revealing a lot on camera.
And if I was, I'm grown.
You started a new job.
Yeah, I started the internship job full time in December, but it is hybrid. So I only go into the office twice a week. So I was still home most of the time. Right. But I think that week I had an event and we had canceled the event because of the snow. Thank God, because I planned to drive, and then they did cancel the event, and I was like, okay, I really don't want to Uber knowing that I have a car, but they canceled it. Thank God. So yeah, it was just a lot, that snow.
Yeah, the snow, and it would snow like every week for a while.
Yeah,
it seemed
like a month. Probably not a month, but it felt like
it just seemed like it to us. Yeah, it snowed. It's been cold. There was no sun. So people have always talked about winter blues, and there's a new thing I heard, seasonal depression. I think it was called this year, seasonal depression.
It's always been called seasonal depression.
But I think there was another word they added to it or something. But anyway, I used to always hear it, but I never understood it. And it's amazing how when you really don't know something, you just don't know. And I used to hear people talk about it. And I used to just be like, what the heck is that? Just open up your blind or something. No, I felt it this year. Like literally, that vitamin D is real. Like there was no sun. I am so used to, my parents were always one, as soon as you wake up, you open up your blinds, you open up your curtains, you bring God's light into the world. God's light is great, and I love God, and I love God for the light, but the sun is important. Like it was
the reason for the sun too.
It was so bad. And I just felt like, I wouldn't say I was necessarily depressed, but I just didn't have energy. And it was like, I just want to come home and chill. And then I was taking on all these extra hours because on top of all of this, don't forget, my best friend's getting married.
In 2 weeks, we have one more week of work. Today is Thursday, March 28th. We have another full week of work next week, and then we are out.
Right. So on top of all of that, my best friend's getting married, and preparations have been going through. And once my birthday was over, it was, all right, now we got to plan this bridal shower. So shout out to Celeste and Gail. If they ever watch this, I had these two women that joined forces with me. And if it was not for these two women, I don't know how this shower would have got off the ground. So we finished my birthday. We went through her getting a car. We now go through this seasonal depression and winter blues. There's no sun. We go through January. And then February hits and boom.
So my dad passed away. I haven't been emotional about it in a long time.
We'll revisit that. Her dad got sick. He was in and out of the hospital, and then unfortunately passed away 2 days before his birthday in February. It was tough. It's still tough. And that's all we'll say for that right now.
Yeah.
So we went through that in February, and I would say even prior to him passing away or even getting sick, we had talked about the podcast. And I remember bringing it up one day, and I was like, hey, what do you think about the podcast? And mine's like, I can't do it. And this was before anything was going on with her dad. It was just now that she was working full time, she had her own YouTube channel. She had her own things going on.
Well, it was like, since I had my own YouTube channel. And like for the longest, I was doing both. I was doing YouTube, my own YouTube, plus the podcast, because the podcast is on YouTube too. But it was just a lot, like trying to, because we were dropping episodes weekly, and I wanted to get my YouTube to drop weekly as well. But doing that content and then have to edit it, and like it was just a lot. And it was more that went into my personal YouTube channel that I just wasn't able to do, because I'm like, with a podcast, doesn't take as long to edit. It just takes a long time to upload, but it's less work than my own personal YouTube channel. And I was like, well, I'd rather just put my personal one on the back burner, because I was doing the podcast with somebody, and I knew that my mom really, really wanted to do it. And not that I didn't want to do it either, but I feel like you were just at a point where you were just so adamant about it and really wanted to do it. Whereas I was just kind of drained at that point. Like, it was just a lot. It was a lot. So I was like, well, I don't want to now just put my YouTube channel on the back burner for the podcast. Like, I was doing my YouTube channel first. So I was like, I just can't do both. So then we just kind of didn't talk about it.
Right.
So because at first when we took the break, we never talked about it. We just unintentionally took that break, and then came like a month later and was like, so do we still want to do it? Do we not want to do it?
So I brought it up and I was like, what do you think? And she was like, I just don't have time to do it. And I was like, okay. And we sat and we talked about it. I wanted to be respectful because she's doing 95% of the work. And I was like, okay, fine. And she was like, not that she was like, I never ever want to do it again. It was like, I just can't.
I didn't know at the moment how to
make it work.
Yeah, the two of them. And then I had just started my new job, and I was like, well, I don't know how much that's going to entail now that I'm full time. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it was just like, I'm not saying no, but for right now, no.
Right.
Like, oh God.
So you need tissue.
Oh wait, no, I'm okay. Okay.
It's just so silly. Did it just drop out your nose?
Yeah, it did. I hope you can't see it on camera though.
Yeah, and then if so, take it out.
Yeah, I will.
So when I mentioned about the podcast and she told me about that, and truth be told, my feelings were hurt. I was very saddened by it.
I could tell.
I was like, dang, it was something I really wanted to do. But at the same time, I can't fault her because, again, she's doing 90% of the work. Now, disclaimer or sidebar. I offered a lot. Like, what do you need me to do? What do you need me to do? What can I do? Da da da. She's very picky on how she wants things to look and the editing process and all of that. So don't come at me and be like, well, why didn't you, whatever.
But also, that is very much true. And then at the same time, me having to then teach her, I'm just like, I don't want to do that. I did not want to have to teach you because I'm like, either you're not going to get it, and I just
initially
don't have the patience to just sit down with her and help her. No, because with the editing, you don't even have the right. I don't want to say the right laptop because you can use anything, but like everything I was doing was on a MacBook where she doesn't have a MacBook. And it's not like she could just use my laptop whenever she wants because I work from home. Like, I use my laptop. Mm-hmm. So, it was just a lot.
But I think it still would have came to the point if I had one, though, she still would have been like, She just has in her mind how she likes things to look. And being that this is her profession, I get it. And I'm totally okay with that. So, it was just a lot. So, then I just came back with, well, just so you know, I'm never going to mention it again. So when you're ready to do it, and if you're ever ready to do it, then let me know, and then we'll do it. Mm-hmm. And that's exactly what happened. I didn't want to pressure her. I didn't want to do anything like that because I don't want her to shut down, and that things happen.
And this was before my dad passed. I don't know if you said that.
Yeah, so this was before her dad got sick.
This was still like in January.
Right. So then, unfortunately, her dad got sick, and it was like, because then we came back, and you were like, one night you said, so I want to talk about the podcast. And I was like, oh, okay. Mm-hmm. And we sat down. We had a schedule
for both the podcast and the YouTube. So the podcast is now about to start coming out every other week. So that on those off weeks, I can do my YouTube channel. Mm-hmm. So we had made a schedule. We said we're going to start this week. We're going to do this on this day, drop it on that day. Yep. We even have, y'all don't, because this will come out first. We already recorded 2 episodes. Right. But they won't be out until after this one, which is with my godmom, her best friend, and my god sister. Mm-hmm. But yeah, we had all these plans to do this, do that, and then my dad passed away. Dad got sick. So it was like,
so all that stopped again.
Yeah.
So that takes us through February, and again at the same time, her dad is now sick. He's now in the hospital. He's unfortunately dying, but my best friend is still getting married. We still have to plan this shower. A date had been planned for the middle of March. And
yeah, because at first you kept saying like, okay, after Kwanzaa we could talk about it. Then it was after my birthday we could talk about it. Then we started, but then the end of February, Daddy passed. But she still had to meet with the 2 women and get the stuff and plan. So you've really been on like go.
And still go to work.
Yeah.
And still be at work. So it was just one thing, and still be an emotional support for her. And still deal with my own emotions regarding all of that. So it was literally, I got to a point where I really felt like I was having an emotional breakdown. Mm-hmm. Like I remember reaching out to a friend of my best friend, one of my best friends, and I was like, I'm literally on the brink of an emotional meltdown and I don't know how to handle it. Because I can't break down because I can't break down because of her.
I don't know who told her that.
And it was just like, I went into mama bear mode and that's just what needed to happen. And then I think
it was good because also I was saying, and other people would ask me too, they're like, well, how does your mom feel? Because I think my mom was thinking of it as in like, well, we weren't together. That was just at that point my child's father. Mm-hmm. But it was like, y'all grew up together. You've known this man for years. Like, it's okay to cry. It's okay for you to also show your emotions. Like, just because y'all weren't together doesn't mean you can't feel something too. Mm-mm. So it was like you needed to release and let it.
So I finally went to the two women that were helping me plan the shower and I was like, look, I can't do it. Like, I can't, I feel like I'm not giving y'all 100%. I feel like I'm not putting my weight into it. And I was, but I just felt like they were doing more. Where at the same time, though, they reassured me like, no, you've been doing what you said you were going to be doing. We were meeting the deadlines. We were doing all of this. We were buying this and that. It just seemed like it was just too much going on at one time.
It really was.
And then on top of that, again, the best friends still get married. So she's still calling with that piece. So it was.
And we still had to pay for our trip.
Talking about, right.
We had to get.
Talking about the wedding.
We didn't have our flights
planning the bridal shower. Planning the flights, getting in touch with the tribe. It was just a lot. So anyway, so that took us through February. And then she came back with, all right, let's go ahead and start with the podcast. Oh, okay.
The podcast.
Right.
I'm not ready to do my YouTube channel yet because I've also been going for my YouTube channel even longer than this podcast. And I just feel like when you do that, you have to give a life update. Right. And yes, we're talking about my dad's passing, which I've talked about, like, obviously. But I don't know, it's just different when you have to, like, sit down by yourself and, like.
And then on top of all that, we were looking for a therapist.
Whatever. Oh, yeah. Well, no, we found a therapist.
But we were still shopping therapists, even, like, at the end of last year. Like, we need therapy.
Yeah, I'm so grateful that I got into therapy.
We were talking about therapy, but I had to shop therapist because it was what is covered underneath my insurance. We knew we wanted a female. We knew we wanted a black female, or I knew I wanted a black female. Mm-hmm. So then it was a matter of like, let's just find out what therapists are in our network. Now we can go ahead and figure it out. Once we figured out which ones were in the network, then which ones were all this other qualifications that we wanted. So then on top of that, we were looking for therapists.
And found one.
And found one, thank God.
We each did.
So that took us through February. Unfortunately, her dad passed. And then the shower was then
March 16th,
which was 2 weeks later, 2 weeks later, after the funeral. So then we got through the shower, which was in Delaware. We live in Pennsylvania. So then we had to travel with all the stuff.
We do not live in Pennsylvania.
So I don't know where you live, but I live in Philadelphia.
We live in
Pennsylvania.
Philadelphia. Period.
So we got through the shower, and now that we're through the shower, the best friends still getting married. Yeah. So the best friends getting married in April, a month later from the shower, and now here we are. Now,
less than a month from the shower.
Right. And here we are now.
We're going to be there April 8th.
Right.
And the wedding is April 10th.
Correct. So it has been crazy. And then we just got over illnesses. When I tell y'all this flu took us out.
No, yeah. I've never had the flu.
Us out.
That was my first time having the flu. And I've always heard people talk about it. I did not know it took you out like that. And the fact that we're still over it, and it was over a week ago, is ridiculous.
I was at work, so I'm currently on spring break.
I got the flu because of her.
She did. So I'm on spring break. And mind you, we catch colds all the time. Because until recently, she was also working with children. And me working with kids. So sicknesses are a thing.
Come to the fact that I have a weak immune system. Because I've just been sick. Like these past couple of months. This weather has been taking me out.
When I tell y'all the snow, and when they used to say, "Oh, we need the snow because it kills all the sicknesses," no, it don't.
Let's hope it does.
Snow brought the sicknesses to me.
I was sick before the snow.
But
I was getting sick before the snow.
Right after the funeral, I started
the shower.
the week leading up to the shower, a lot of kids, all my kids at work were sick. And even my assistant was like, you cannot afford to get sick, because if you ever have to, and I'm like, if I can't make this shower, like I don't even know what would have happened. Yeah. And I felt it. Like my kids had pink eye, they had the flu, they had respiratory infections, pink, like it was terrible. And I was like, I cannot. Well, honey, the Lord was like, okay, no problem. Because the day after that shower was over, bam, here it came. As soon as we crossed Pennsylvania state line coming back home that night of the shower, me and my cousin started sneezing in the car. And she said, my cousin was like, did you notice how we start sneezing as soon as we cross the state line? And that next day is when my illness started. That day, as the day went on. And again, we get sick all the time, so we're not wearing masks or anything here. We just coughing and spreading. She's on one couch, I'm on another. It wasn't any big deal. I woke up that Monday and I was like, I'm going to go to work. But I knew it was getting bad, but I knew I didn't want to go the following day, because the following day, Tuesday, was going to be a longer day for me. And I was like, I'd rather call off on Tuesday than call off on Monday.
And you only had to work 3 days that week.
Right, because it was right before spring break. And I was like, I can get through it. I got to work that Monday, and all I could do was lay on the floor.
Talk about I'm on my way home. I said, oh my gosh. Because she don't like to miss work.
I don't call out.
Or like to call out. So the fact that she said, you said your boss told you to come home.
My boss told me to come home. And she was like, all I could do was lay down. I just remember sitting on that floor chair that I have, that blue floor chair. And I just remember sitting there, and all of a sudden I was like, Rhea, I gotta lay down. And I laid down on the floor of my classroom. And I was there for a minute, and I was like, once you get through lunch, it's like a wrap, because I know like the kids are going to sleep for 2 hours, then I'm coming home. So I was like, I can get through the day. Psych. God was like, no, you can't. And my boss came in and saw me on the floor. She was like, go home. Like, why are you here? And I'm like, no, it's okay. I got it. I'm good. She was like, no, go home. So I texted you and was like, I'm on my way home. And that next day, woo!
And that's when I started getting it. I woke up that Tuesday and was coughing. Playing. I said, oh my God. I already knew.
She texted me from work. Now I'm coughing.
I said, I'm coughing. But I was like, maybe this is something that, because you know when you're about to get sick. Mm-hmm. And mind y'all, like I said, I've never had the flu. But normally when I get sick, the cough is the last thing to come. Mm-hmm. This time, the cough was the first thing. So I'm like, this is weird. But I still went to work because I had to go in person that day. I went in. I didn't feel bad. Mm-hmm. But it wasn't until I went out later that night and I started feeling my body ache. I was like, oh, yeah, I need to go home.
That's when you texted me. It was like, I'm coughing with the sad face or some emoji you gave me.
It's like the...
And I was like, but... So I started on that Sunday. It hit me hard Monday night and all day Tuesday.
Mine started Tuesday, hit me hard Wednesday, and
then you was out for 2 days.
Basically Thursday.
Right.
Well, technically, because I was supposed to go into work on Wednesday, but I stayed home. And then Thursday I still worked from home, but I was still pretty down bad. But down. Wednesday was bad.
I slept all day Tuesday.
I knew Tuesday night that I was not going to work the next morning.
It was bad. I mean, we shut it down. My mom was like, oh, and then on top of that, my nephew got sick.
There's something going around. Because so many people are sick. Because even that day when I texted it to my director and my boss, I wasn't coming into work. My director said he woke up that day with aches. But he was still able to manage and push through. But our cousin... Well, my cousin, her nephew, had just sent in a group chat a couple days earlier. So how do you get rid of the flu? I'm like, oh, yikes. But we hadn't been around
how do you know it's the flu? And I was like, do you have body aches? And he was like, yeah. And then I caught it. And then she caught it. And I was like, this is the first time you ever had the flu. That body aches on the flu will shut you down.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Shut you down. Like, I spent 2 days in the bed.
Me too.
2 days. And I hadn't been like that since I had COVID. Back in 21 or whenever it was. So
on paper, I've never had COVID, so I wouldn't know. We
weren't eating,
and I eat
nothing.
So for me to not want to eat, you know I'm sick.
Wasn't cooking. I think we ordered some soup. No,
I ordered Panera.
I went to work.
You went to work.
I went to work that next day, and I only went to work because it was the day before spring break. And I was like, I can't be out 12 days and then call out the day before.
And you texted me, was like, I'm gonna stop by Wendy's to get some chili, but I had already ordered some chili that day from Panera Bread.
And I went and got the orange juice. I went and got medicine. I went and got all this other stuff on that last day, Wednesday. And we came in here.
Because that's when you were starting to get over it, where I was just
going through it, right? Because once you get over the body aches.
My body aches lasted a
you
cool
went through
2 days.
Yeah, I think mine was that day and a half, and then yours is about a good solid 2 days. And yeah, it was crazy.
Then I had an allergic reaction.
So God knows, we don't know what it was.
We're thinking that it might have been, I tried a new medicine. But my reaction came long gone after it was out of my system and lasted 4 days. So I don't know what that was from. Then I just got over some migraines, and I used to get them like chronically.
So on top of the Dayquil, NyQuil, Vapor Rub, we got this new flu medicine that we had been talking about. Then I had to go get her some Benadryl. Then we had to up on the Tylenol, the orange juices, the soups, this. We have been through it in this last about a good week and a half. Yeah.
No, just this past, since 2022, since 2024 started for me, it's just been one thing after the other, after the other, after the other. Like, literally, it does not stop. Good and bad. Like, you know, even though my dad passed, that's unfortunate. Then we had the bridal shower. That was fun. Then we got sick. Now we're going to Mexico. It's just like, it's good and bad, but it's a lot.
We got sick, but our cousin was having her 30th birthday party, and we were like, we are not missing this 30th birthday party.
Yeah,
I had mask on my wrist. She had mask on her wrist. It was like, look, we just gonna have to make
at
this
that
work.
point we were on the other side of it, but you know, it takes a minute for your body to be like 100%. Like, even now, she's still clearing her throat. I'm still coughing. Right. I feel like today's the first day my voice sounds regular.
Because we were supposed to have been recording a couple weeks ago, and she was like, my voice ain't right, and I'm not doing that.
No, a couple days ago.
Is that what it was?
Because you said you wanted to record like 2. I sounded like
right.
There was a frog in my throat.
She's like, this voice ain't right.
Yeah, no. Today is really the first day where I feel like myself again, for real.
I cooked dinner 2 nights ago, and I was literally in here like, when was the last time I've been in this kitchen to cook a meal? And you had cooked one a couple days before that.
It was maybe like a week.
And it was still just like, a week when was the last time outside of making tea that we turned on a burner?
Shout out to my grandma for putting me onto that ginger honey tea. Ooh, baby.
It has just been a journey. And now here we are.
And it's only March. That's what's taking me out. It's only March. And so much has happened. Yep. I'm like scared for what's going to happen next.
And 2024 for me is supposed to be like the year of me. Like, I just want to do a whole bunch of stuff. I want to travel. I want to go visit. I want to be out and about in these streets, thriving, da-da-da. It ain't jack happened.
It's okay. We're only in March.
We're only in March. Well, not say jack happens, but unfortunately, tell God your plan. And he'll, show you what's really supposed to be happening. And, yeah, so it's just been one thing after the other, and now again we're just in wedding mode because again, in less than 2 weeks my best friend's getting married. So
then after that it should be a little calm.
We can like refocus. Like, we're just like, I mean, literally when I cooked the other day, I was like, this is the first time we've had vegetables, and like,
yeah,
like our eating has just been off. It's just been a lot. And still now dealing with, the aftermath of, unfortunately, her dad passing, just things that we have to do with that. Yeah, it's just been a lot. But we made it. We continue to make it. Our faith is strong. We know God's got us. We've kept all of this in prayer. We've been here for each other. At the end of the day, I got her and she got me. Like, that's all. I've always said, all I worry about is this one right here. And that's, But we are grateful for all of our family members. We are grateful for all of our friends. We are grateful for just everybody that has just gotten us through, good, bad, any indifferent. It's just been a roller coaster, and all I can say is I am grateful. I am thankful. Tomorrow is not promised. So live your life like it is your last. Tell people you love them. Be kind to people. Treat people with respect.
And take care of yourself.
Take care of yourself. Forgive those who need to be forgiven. What other lessons could I say I've learned? Everything happens for a reason.
Yeah. All of that cliche stuff that people be saying is real. Like, for real. It's really real. So.
And get your affairs in order. Do a will. Get executives of state.
Just
talk to people. Let people know your wishes. Let people know what you got going on in your life. Share your passwords or write them down. Let people know what things are. Know your medical history. All of that. All of this is important.
Yeah.
All of it is important. But yeah. So we're still here. We are back. We are in full swing. And life be lifing.
We're going to record another episode in Mexico.
Yeah.
But that won't be out till like weeks.
Yeah. So again, we have 2 more episodes already ready to go. The next episode is an update from the bride because, again, my best friend's still getting married.
Low key, though, we need to put that out before we go to Mexico.
So it could come out.
But we have to drop this
every
one
2
first.
weeks, right?
I'm not doing it in Mexico, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, we would have had to do it next weekend or something.
Well, you know, it'll come out when it comes out.
I could bring my laptop, but yeah.
We were going to record while we were there anyway.
Yeah, but I wasn't going to bring my laptop.
No, we just need this, right? The mic.
And then...
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then drop it when you come back.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're back, guys. We are back. We are back. We are back. That gives you our life update.
I just want to know how that sounds. Like, it has to sound hectic and crazy.
Everything that we've been through.
Yeah, like that whole like update. Like, normally people be like, oh, well, not normally, but like when we said we were going to give an update a month ago, we did not think it was going to be all of this that has transpired. So,
yeah. But things happen.
Yeah, they really
and
do.
Always be thankful for the journey.
It's the journey.
It's the journey.
I don't even know where that's from.
I don't. So that's it, y'all.
Yeah.
Thanks again for tuning in. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell so you can be notified every time we drop an episode. This will continue to be on YouTube, Spotify,
Apple,
wherever you listen,
Amazon,
and stream,
podcasts, whatever.
And
you said YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, YouTube.
Yep. So we hope to do great things with this.
Yeah.
And we hope to have plenty of visitors.
Yeah, I feel like we should do that more people.
Yeah, more people, more opinions, more things to discuss. And until next time, y'all. Bye.
Bye, and rest in peace to my dad. Love you.